Looking back on the last 2 years, I would truly believe we came a long way. We got a lot accomplished, especially during a pandemic. The new way of doing things is being inclusive in our leadership style. I think that's what brings a breath of fresh air, is that we include people. We hear their voices, we take their advice, and we listen.
It's important to get everybody's input, from the youth to the elders to the general public, moving forward, because the community can only move forward together as one. We can't move together when we're all going in different directions. But if we come together as a community, I think that's our biggest strength, and we can accomplish a lot.
My father was a World War II veteran, and I think it's important for elders to be sitting at the table when we do make decisions that are going to affect the whole nation, and which we do. And we always tried to do in the past. But now it's more clear. They have a voice, and the decisions that we make are always with them involved.
Our vision at the end of the day is to make everything better for Muscowpetung. Our urban members, our elders, our youth.
This is our nation, and we should all have say in where it's going. Currently, we've been working on 3 claims. One in particular is our 1909 surrender. It's near completion, probably within the next couple months that we'll be able to have word from the government and settle the claim.
We fast-tracked our claim. Our Chief Vida, she's our lead negotiator on the claim. She worked diligently hard. She saved us 2 years of waiting.
Through the settlement of the 1909 surrender claim, every member will benefit, not only their households, but our community as a whole. We're able to do more infrastructure to our community, fix our roads, get more housing to bring our members back home, and to be able to help our business development side to do more investments and bring more own source revenue into our nation.
COVID-19 gave us an opportunity to sit with our chief and council, our technical team, and really assess the situation here in Muscowpetung. Through that process, we decided to hit the reset button on all of our developments. Chief David and our council have recently completed a series of feasibility studies and business plans. That includes a transportation feasibility study, solar energy feasibility study, janitorial services, security services, pharmaceutical services, one specifically for a Regina Indigenous business hub, and of course, our cannabis shared jurisdiction agreement. We are now entering phase 2 of all these projects, and it's going to be a great and exciting time for Muscowpetung. We're looking at expanding into the city of Regina for an urban Indigenous business hub, which will allow Indigenous businesses to flourish in one center, all on reserve land. Indigenous business is absolutely crucial for the success of Saskatchewan. Having all of our businesses housed in one building will certainly allow for cross-networking and allow for greater success.
At the beginning of the pandemic, we realized how important internet is to a lot of people. Meetings, school, they all switched to online. So with our partnership with SaskTel and Wood River, we were able to create more opportunity for our members on reserve. Each household has now access to high-speed internet, and they're able to help with working from home and their online learning.
We were tasked with the project management of preparing a K-12 school with a powwow arbor. And that focus was to bring the community back together, giving our young people a beautiful place to learn, making it their second home. It's absolutely needed. Our children deserve the best. And this facility is 40 years old right now. Our new school will allow every young individual to walk in those doors and see the beauty, see our history, our culture.
Traditionally, our people have relied on the buffalo for centuries. It was a natural choice for us to reintroduce them back into our community, not only for food security, but for traditional and cultural ways as well. So often people forget that our own nations are governments as well. And I think that by us bringing our own laws into our community, into our nation, that helps us move forward as a sovereign nation to be able to negotiate as a nation to nation on a government level. We developed our own election act. We followed our election act, and we had input from elders, we had input from youth, and they helped create that. It wasn't just what we wanted to see. We asked, we listened, and we put that into our act. We're able to get more accomplished. We're able to not focus on being political, but to actually have the needs of our nation addressed within that 4-year period. One of the other great things about having our own election act is that we're able to include our urban members. They'll have an option for online voting. They'll have an option for mail-in ballots. They'll have an option for voting in person. It'll make it easier for all members to vote. It's important to me as chief to create opportunities to break down barriers. It doesn't matter of your last name. doesn't matter if you're on reserve, off reserve. It doesn't matter if you're two-spirited. It doesn't matter if you believe in Christianity or traditional. Every voice matters and you belong here.